Okay, all right, cool, here we go. So you wanted to work stuff from the class that we had?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot what it was called, but
I know you mentioned the one pass that started high and then ended up low.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a butterfly guard, I think. You trap one leg.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you backstep, trap it, and then grab your toes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, all right, I'll do it with you real quick. Sure. And then, okay, so I start here. Go ahead and sit up a little bit with me. Yeah, so it's kind of like start here. And then I do the one in, one leg out like I'm going to try to knee ride pass. So from here, I go here.
Okay.
And then what I expect them to do is try to retain guard by pulling that knee out. Yeah, exactly. So when they do that, I put my knee down. And you see how like as I'm coming down, I really have that leg trapped. So I'm real tight and snug to you. Mm-hmm. And then from this position now, yeah, that leg's gonna come around and just trap in there, and you keep that all real tight. And now from here, I can put my elbow here, and I'm gonna move my leg out of the way so that I can just put your leg to the ground. So from here, that'll come there. And then I put it on the knee and keep trapped here. And then from this position, this arm will come around the head and just trap. And then this is gonna come around the toes. And then from here, just do that hip switch again like we were talking about, so that I'll just switch my hips. And then we're inside there.
Okay.
Cool, yeah, you wanna do a few? Okay.
That's I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here.
Yeah, so you're there.
There.
Yep, and then I'm gonna kind of come here. Yeah, boom, boom.
Here.
Yep.
And there.
Don't use that because I'm gonna do this. So I keep this in tight and I use that elbow there.
That.
Yep, and the knee by my hip, so get that knee yeah, and then pinch your knees so that it really stays trapped, yeah. That arm's around the head, bring this one around the toes. Yep, and then just switch your hips. Yeah, nice.
Gotcha.
Nice, yeah, that's good. Cool, yeah, that's good.
It was, I couldn't remember that last step of putting down that knee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, get your knee right on their hip and then just pinch and then,
okay.
Yep, yeah, cool,
Okay,
cool.
gotcha.
Awesome. All right, what else? Anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah, just some guard passes.
Some guard passes?
Yeah,
Sure.
guard
Okay,
passes.
cool. So one of my favorite guard passes is, let's see, I'll go on your guard real quick. So there's guard passes for passing like low when you're down,
Yeah.
and there's guard passes for like when you're standing. And so low, there's a few things, of course, but I'll tell you, I really like the double underhook pass. I don't feel like it gets utilized that much, and it's a really solid pass. So we'll do the double underhook, and then we'll do a pass called the black belt pass, because they kind of work like well in conjunction with one another. So for double underhook pass, essentially like I'm in your guard. Go ahead and lock your guard up here. Yeah, so I'm in your guard, and I might start trying to like break guard here. So I come to the waist and turn my arms in, come here, and then boom. So now like once I break the guard, I try to come to this position where I have one knee up and one knee down. And the reason that I do that is because it makes it harder for you to relock. So now you're kind of forced into playing an open guard game. Right. So let me show you that what I mean real quick. So here, this is, I've shown this before. This is like guard break 101. So I control the hips, biceps pointed towards the face. I'm gonna bring my knee to the tailbone, step this leg up, and then I push off this hip as I open this one. Mm-hmm. That gives me a little pressure to break. I break, and then now once I've broken, I'm gonna put this knee down and this knee up and keep my elbows in. That's important because if you leave your elbows out, you can get triangled. Like if you throw this leg up, you can see how you can start to wrap me up in a triangle there. Gotcha. So elbows gotta stay in here like this. Now you notice with this one knee up and this one knee down situation, it's gonna be hard for you to lock your guard. Like go ahead and like try to, so you can't lock, right. So this gives me an opportunity to swim my arms underneath. So I'm gonna swim one arm under, and when I swim it under, I need to collect it up to my shoulder. Here. You can't leave it down here like this, off your shoulder. You gotta leave it up, you gotta keep it up here on your shoulder. Now the other arm, same thing. I'm gonna bring this in here, and it's gonna come, and then I'm gonna feed this up, same thing to my shoulder. Now I need to crush your body weight here this way. You see how I got you smashed in half?
Yeah.
So from here, I'm gonna touch this shoulder, and now I can just move to the side and then kind of like give you a little bump there.
Gotcha.
And come around. So that's called the double underhook pass, and it's a pass that's like frequently available that I don't see people using a lot. It's like, it's a strong pass that I feel like people forget about to use the double underhooks. So let's see, I'll have you do that real quick. Okay. All right, so the guard's locked. So you'll come in and do guard break number 1. So yeah, biceps towards the face. Yep, good there.
Boom.
Yep. Yeah, you got your break. So now you're gonna switch your knees. That one's gonna come down, the other one's gonna come up.
This one's down?
That one down and bring that one up. Yeah, and then get your elbows inside. Keep your elbow inside your knee. Yeah. And so from this position, just like I'm gonna stay where you are. So here's where you like want to be, like one knee up, one knee down, sitting comfortably. You notice also, it seems like a small detail, but do you notice that my heel is like right here on my butt?
Yeah.
The reason that actually is very effective, what that does is it's like a door stop. It's like if someone tries to push me backwards, this heel being behind my butt allows me to come back and push forward. If I set just a little bit more, now I'm literally on my butt. So now if someone pushes me backwards, I go backwards, right? But if I just keep my heel behind my butt here, then I have this like back and forth ability, right? The other things too, if I want to stand up, then I'll turn my toes in and I'll be here if I'm thinking I'm gonna stand up, because that makes it easy to just, pop up right there. But if I'm just kind of down, this is good right here, because it stops me from going backwards, right? So this good wide stance here, like this angle, the 45-degree angle, and the elbow's inside your knees. So, because if this elbow comes outside my knee, I leave myself vulnerable to a triangle choke. Yeah. So the elbow's got to stay inside, and I got to be like here. Yeah, that's good. You're in good position now. All right. So now we're here. So now that you're here, you see that I can't really relock my guard, right? Right. So swim one arm under this way. Yeah, and then get this all the way up to your shoulder, and then don't try to do anything yet. Just clamp this against your shoulder. Yeah, just that. Keep that snug and tight right there. Good. That's good control. All right. So now this arm's going to do the same thing, and then get it up here. Yeah, and same thing. Clamp those shoulders, clamp those arms. Keep all this snug and tight. Okay, now drive forward to stack me in half. Yeah, and like kind of sprawl out so you have your body weight on me. Yeah, there you go. And keep these legs tight and strong. Yeah, stay strong. Just don't worry about posting on the mat. All your body weight's on me. Yeah, that's what you want right there. Okay. Now start to move to the side, and then as you get to the side, shrug your shoulder, bump your hip, and pass. Sorry, okay, Charlotte. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Gotcha. So just put all my weight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu is like always putting your weight on them.
I think that's my problem sometimes. I try to be nice.
Yeah.
Protect people.
Yeah.
By posting here, my weight there.
Yep.
And I get told like, hey, no, don't worry about it, man. Just do it.
Yeah. It depends on like who you're going with. Like people like me who've been doing this forever. Like we need to feel you doing that pressure because to know you're doing it right. You know what I mean? And we're fine with being pressured because we've been through it before. But when you're going with someone who's brand new, a lot of times that pressure might make them panic, make them really uncomfortable. Okay. And so my philosophy is always like. I only use as much as necessary to control the position. So like some people, I might need to use a lot of pressure to control them, and so I use a lot of pressure. And then some people I might just need to use a little bit. So I always use I always use the minimum amount of force necessary. And that's actually like my philosophy in like everything. Like in arguing with someone, my philosophy is to win as gently as possible. Okay. Because it preserves trust in the relationship.
Gotcha.
And same thing on the mats, because this is a relationship. And if I roll with you and I rip your head off, then like we lose trust. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I don't want to train with that guy. Like he almost broke my arm. Right. You know what I mean? But like But like if I only use what I need to use in order to win, then it's like it keeps you safer. You have a better experience, you know? So like when you're training with guys that are above you, it's probably like feel free to use a lot of your pressure, you know? And if you're going too hard with them or if your etiquette's bad, they'll probably let you know, you know?
Okay.
But when you're going with newer people, you can like be a lot gentler, I would say. You know, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
I'll put that in my mind.
Nice. So let's do that again real quick. Let me do one, and then you'll do one. So
Here.
yep. So boom, boom. See how that one just goes down and this one comes up, and then elbows go in, and then now I'll swim. So I swim and I collect, and I keep that real tight. Okay, and then now I can start to move forward a little bit and swim here and collect this, and again, keep it real tight, and then smash, smash. Okay, and then you see how I'm like sprawling and my hips are like against your hips there, and then I come to here and then just start to move. Boom, boom, boom.
Over here.
Yeah.
Grab, turn.
Nice, so that knee will go down now, and then the other knee will come up. Yeah, and then elbows in. Nice, nice, yep. So now I have a hard time relocking, good, so go for your swim, yeah.
Here.
Yep. And you want like kind of like the crook of my right there, yeah, and then clamp real good, real tight, and then go for the other one. Yep, yeah, real tight, real strong. Nice, good pressure. Yep, you're gonna reach for this shoulder here. Yeah. And then now as you come around, just keep coming around, and then you can like shrug that shoulder. Yep. Yeah, nice, nice.
I'll do that at home for sure. You can do it on me.
Let's see, what else? Anything else?
Yeah, how about some chokes?
Sure, cool, yeah, okay, awesome, yeah.
I mean, gi or no gi, it's the same thing. Right?
Yeah, well, it's no, not for chokes and not for gi and no gi. They're definitely different, you know, because like, yeah, it's definitely different. And since we don't have gis today, I have a lot of great gi chokes. I was like a gi choking like fiend. I came to this like theory, you know, back when I was training that like everybody chokes. You know what I mean? Like you can have. I train with like a big guy who's like a bodybuilder or something, and you catch him in an armbar, and you're doing everything perfectly right, but the guy's so strong, he's just like curls his arm back up, and like you can't get him. And like I've rolled with people that are that big and that strong, you know.
Yeah.
And when you're dead set on like trying to tap someone out who's like practically impossible to tap out, choking. You know what I mean? It's like, because no matter how big they are, if you close these things off, they're gonna go to sleep, you know. So let's see. I'll show. Yeah, we'll do some fun chokes. So let's start with just the guillotine, because that's like, you know, one of the most common chokes to get. Like you're in that position the most, you know. And you can even get it from just if you're still starting like down like this, you know. Lots of times people come forward, you know. So we start here like this, boom, and then you're coming forward. I'm just right here in the guillotine, you know. And then once someone locks the guillotine in, it's really hard to escape. It's like even if they're not doing it right, it's like they got your head, and if they just hold on to your head for dear life, you're on defense now and they're on offense, and that sucks, you know.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons. Like my instructor had always told me, because I was a wrestler, and wrestlers are very like, they go forward all the time, you know. They're always like shooting and going forward, you know. And so I was a wrestler, and there are some things wrestlers do great when it comes to jiu-jitsu, and then some things that wrestlers do that are like big mistakes in jiu-jitsu. And so one of my big mistakes was constantly being forward with my head, and my instructor started telling me like, you really need to fight with your head back. Like you can go forward, but go forward with your head back. You know what I mean? It like feels funny, but it's more effective. You know? Yeah. So let's start standing for this one. Okay, so for this one, like I say, like sometimes you can just get this from a tie up here, and I'll just kind of pull the head and then come to right to this position. So again, you want to make sure that you're getting that V on the neck. Like I always try to line up my elbow with the chin. It's a little bit hard in this position, but just I come in right here, and now I grip my hands. And then the big secret to this is just pinning my hands to my chest. A lot of folks let their arms drop down by their hips. So then when they're lifting and they're squeezing, they've got nowhere to go, you know? But if I pin my arms to my chest up here, then when I come in and I lift and I squeeze, like you see, I've got all that torque, right? So the main thing there is just pinning the arms to the chest here. And then what I do is like, this is one of the reasons that I teach that punching. It's not really because I'm trying to teach the kids how to punch. I'm not the right person to teach the kids how to punch. I want to teach them the stance. The stance is like really valuable in grappling. So it's like this stance, they call it a horse riding stance in Taekwondo, but the stance helps a lot. And it's very similar to the stance here with the choke. So here with our choke, I'm here, I grab here. So this is just like sometimes I'll gable grip, you know, some people will S-lock. Sometimes I just come in and like cup my own hand right here. But then I'm just gonna pin it to my chest up high. And then now from here, it's like my hips will drop and they come a little bit forward and then I look up and lift up. And that's your finish right there. Okay. So let's see, I'll let you do that with me a couple times here. So, okay, so we're tied up. So just kind of, yeah, just kind of pull my head in and then lock it up. Nice. Yeah, look to the ceiling too. When you do that choke, like look to the sky. Yeah, the reason is for the look up is because when you lock, and there's a few submissions that work this way, but when you lock in your choke and you go to finish, if you keep your head like looking at your partner, it keeps your shoulders rounded. And it doesn't give you this extra cut off of the choke. Like if you look up, it straightens out your shoulders and it arches your back when you look up and it completely changes the angle of the choke. So like if like if I'm here and if I keep looking at you and squeezing, like I might finish. I'm looking at you and I'm squeezing here and I got it tight enough and I got you, right? Yeah. But now the difference between me trying to finish here with a lot of like muscle and squeeze versus the difference between me trying to finish with just the right angle.
Yeah. You feel it right away.
Yeah. Like if I don't look up, then I have to squeeze real hard. And you know, when someone's trying to survive and you're in a fight, like that's your energy, you know what I mean? And if you don't finish your move because you squeeze real hard, then you lost all that strength and you're weaker going forward. You know what I mean? So you conserve your energy by utilizing the right technique. If you use the right technique and you tap him out with far less effort, then even if he doesn't tap out, at least you didn't wear yourself down. You know what I mean? So yeah.
When you squeeze, you get tired.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So that just up.
Remember that one?
Yeah. Boom. Okay. So let's see. There's I'll show you a half guard choke that's pretty fun because let me start this way. Sure. Darce chokes. Darce chokes are, so when you're using collar chokes, there's all these collar choke techniques because I'm getting the gi and I'm getting all this and whatever. So there's all these, so there's different grips. And then with choking without the gi, like the big ones, the main ones are like the rear naked choke and then like head and arm chokes and darce chokes. Which are very like similar, like a darce is a head and arm.
Okay. And it's like anaconda kind of?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yep. So one that I like to do is from the X pass. So like here, if I'm down here like this, and you start to go around like you're gonna X pass.
Like this, right?
Yeah. So here, boom, boom, boom. So as soon as the guy steps around, or girl, you know. Yeah. So I'm here. So as soon as they step around, I can come in here and here and like hit this up and look for a finish there. So let's see. So I'll do that with you real quick.
What arm do you trap again?
So I'll show you how we do it. So we sit up here. So when I come around this way, this arm's gonna go through here. Okay. And then this one's gonna like grab, you're gonna grab your own bicep. And then you're gonna like hug my back. Yeah, and then fall to hit your side. And as you do, try to see if you can trap my leg. Because now that'll like allow you to bridge. So like squeeze and bridge. Not bad.
Bridge?
Yeah. So bridge is just like just stretch me in two directions. So you've got so think about like you got the leg and you got the head. So when you bridge, you're attempting to stretch me into two directions, right? You're stretching my legs out this way and my head out this way. So like we're here. Okay, so you come around, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of like You see, I'm just trying to like kind of just bring you into two directions a little bit. I'm going to stretch your legs like this way, and then the head up. Just legs down and head up like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you doing it the opposite way?
Yeah, just out. And then, so let me show you this real quick. So this is similar. Where are we at on time? So just hit your side. So like you're in side control, or I'm in side control here, and the guy like turns to face me. Okay, so here you turn to face. So this is the same position. I'm gonna come under this arm and I'm gonna grab the back of your neck like that, right? And see, I can like kind of just keep your arm trapped here a little bit. Now I'm gonna set my bicep on top of your head, and I can even push your head down here and grab my bicep and then trap here on your back. I'm just gonna like hug, right? So now from here, I'll hit my side, and then same thing. I'm gonna trap this leg and then do my same little kind of squeeze bridge right there. So let's see, how about, let me show you these two moves real quick. We'll try to get in good a view of the camera as possible, and then we'll just, I'll turn it off and we'll do our stretches and we'll call it a day. Cool. Okay, so let's see. Will you come over this way, Charlotte, so I can make sure we got a good camera view?
Come on, dude.
Just maybe all the way over here. I know you're tired, baby. Okay, let's see. So, let's see. Let me, I'll do one to you, and then I'll have you do one to me, and we'll go right here. So here, start with X pass. Okay, so as you come around, this is gonna come under, grab your bicep. This goes on top of your head, and I grab my own bicep, and it's gonna hug your back. And then I'll try to see if I can capture your legs here, and just kind of hit my side, and then just bridge and stretch right there. Okay, and then, so now I'll have you do that with me. Okay, so I'm here. As I come around, this is gonna go under, grab the back of my neck, and then put your bicep right on top of the back of my neck and grab your bicep, and then just hug my back. Yeah, and then now lay to your side and try to collect this leg.
I just feel like it's going wrong.
Yeah, the pressure seems a little weird, so.
I'm going this way. Is it that way? No,
it is
right?
that way. It just feels like, it almost feels like you're like losing it a little bit. Maybe more focus on the pressure of the head. It'd be helpful if I had someone that I could watch you do it too. You know what I mean? It's like harder when, but like I say, maybe the video will help. Yeah, for sure. Let me do one more to you. I'm gonna do the one on the side. So actually, if you'll just like lay down this way. Okay, so this is like your inside control. Yep. And they roll to you like they want to face. So they're gonna turn in, right? And then instead of this arm being out here, so if this arm's out here, you can look for arm bars, whatever. Yeah. But if this arm's inside, this is where we'll go for the choke. Okay. So here, you're on your side, the arm, remember if the arm's out here, then I can look for Kimura or armbar or something like that. Gotcha. The arm's on the inside, I'm gonna go for this starch choke or this head and arm choke. So I'm here. Okay, I'm gonna bring this arm underneath your like armpit, and then grab the back of your neck. And then here, I'll put this bicep like right on top of your head, and I even kind of like push your head in some more and grab my own bicep, and then now hug the back. Now from here, I'll hit my side, and then trap the leg. And then now I'll just trap your leg a little bit, and I'm gonna really focus pressure squeezing here, and then I'm gonna kind of like bridge my hips towards you. There we go. Okay, and then let's see, I do the same thing. Okay, so here, so you're inside. So I turn to face. When I turn to face, this arm's gonna come underneath my armpit and grab my neck here. Yeah, good. And then this hand will come on top of my head, grab your bicep, and then just hug my back. Yeah. Now hit your side. Good, and then trap a leg. Yep, and then now go for your squeeze and bridge. Nice. Yeah, that was it. That was good.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. My pleasure.